Thanks, Clayton. Well, it's a remarkable statistic, shocking. Nearly 46.5 million Americans are now on food stamps. That includes 16 million children, 1 out of every 5 kids in America. These numbers basically doubling since President Obama took office in 2009. So what is causing these skyrocketing stacks, and what do they say about the future of this country? Here to debate, talk radio show host Richard Fowler and syndicated columnist Star Parker. Richard, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. Star, you too. Richard, to you first. This is not a sign of success, is it, of the Obama economic program? More people on food stamps? That's bad, no?
No, this is definitely not a sign of success, but this is not a Democrat, an Obama, a Republican. This is an American problem. You know, food insecurity is a really big deal, and what it means is even though we're seeing GDP growth, what we're not seeing is this GDP growth hit Main Street.
Really? So, Star, how can you have a country in which hunger and obesity are both big problems in the same community?
Well, one problem with the food stamp program is that it's no longer a stamp. It is a SNAP benefit on an EBT card. So what has seeped into our society, into our American psyche, is one person, a single mom, for instance, will say, I'll buy my kid their McDonald's, you buy my kid their veggies. This mentality has seeped into our society because traditional family life has collapsed. When you look at the numbers, the majority of people on food stamps today, 86% are in single-headed households trying to raise children. 48% of American children today are born into families with a single, never married mom. This is a problem. Their life is hard.
So, Richard, that is such a smart point, Star. Thank you. Richard, you just heard what Star said, and that's not an opinion. Those are facts. Every sociologist agrees that growing up in a single-parent household makes your life harder and poorer. Why does the president, why has he not a single time encouraged people to get married when they have kids?
Well, listen, I don't think this is about marriage or traditional family, Tucker. I'm from a single-family household, and I've managed to be very successful. I think what this is about is finding a way to help people pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And that means you have to have a policy that allows for them to get a chance to go out there and get work that can allow them to make ends meet.
No, it's impossible when you allow them to.
Which is, why wouldn't, since we know that marriage makes people less likely to be poor and go to jail, why wouldn't President Obama encourage people to get married? Simple question.
Well, marriage is not something that the federal policy can sort of encourage. What we need to do is create jobs in the economy, and we have to make ends meet. No, wait a second, Star.
When you're talking about $900 billion in means-tested welfare programs, and we know that the reason we have to enhance these programs is because marriage life has collapsed. People are having children in record numbers now outside of the traditional marriage. So, of course, their lives are harder. One is very difficult. We fix the problem by
raising the minimum wage. We fix the problem by investing in the American people. Majority of the people
minimum wage and you create
wait a second, Star.
Let me just jump in here. Hold on, Richard. Why would the Obama administration advertise for food stamps among college students and potential immigrants in Mexico? In Mexico, they're advertising, come to the United States and want food stamps.
Because
Why would they do that?
That's another thing that has changed. What has changed is now immigrants are availed to the system. Keep in mind that the food stamp program is in the Farm Bill, and every time that is attempted to be changed, there are people in our society, mostly the liberals, who won't let us have the conversation that is at root of the problem, and that is that traditional family life has collapsed.
Star, you're missing the point here. Most of the people who are on food stamps are working Americans. They're the working poor. They have a job at Walmart. They have a job at McDonald's, and they still can't make ends meet.
You're missing an important component. If you're single and working, your home.
You're making this about traditional family. It should be about raising wages, and you know it.
There's a lot more to talk about, but we are out of time, unfortunately. Thanks both for joining us this morning.